I know you want to talk about Crash Team Racing microtransaction field.
Oh Lord, this yes, good God, yes. Everyone's taking their dig at it, and I'm probably gonna use this for my channel too because,
Go ahead.
uh, oh my Lord, just okay. Yes, I've wanted to talk about this for a
So we
minute.
can talk about Crash Team Racing and I guess everything else that is kind of doing this BS. You know, all these companies and games like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Shadow of Mordor, the FIFA games, Grand Theft Auto with that new DLC thing, and of course they've done it in the past with these shark, what they call them, shark cards or whatever. Like we
That's
can
shark
talk
card.
about this as a broad discussion if you want, but
Right, go ahead.
I kind of want you to start off because I know that you have a lot to say about it. I've already kind of talked about it, so I'll let you lead it off and I'll kind of
I
chime in.
texted you, I texted you a lot of venom about this.
Like I woke up, I was like, wait, what?
You're just a steady string of like angry texts to you. Be like, I'm done. I'm done.
It's like this game is taking a road trip now.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm
Like I
done.
turned on my PlayStation the other day. I was ready. You know, I was ready to go ahead and get one last game in with you. You know, online, and come to find out, you had already traded that thing.
If you would have texted me like prior, I would have been like, okay, I'll hold it. I'll hold it for one more minute. I'll hold it.
But yeah,
I would have.
Activision definitely knew what they were doing. They some scumbags for
Yeah,
that, and I feel like that's the new. I think that's going to be the new wave for a lot of these. For a lot of these companies, like just to get goodwill from people, they'll say, "Oh, well, there's no microtransactions at launch." They won't say at launch, but that's what they're really thinking in their head. They'll just put the game out and be like, "Oh, well, there's no microtransactions." You know, people will go in there and say, and once they buy it day one, they see that, oh, there's no microtransactions, no loot boxes. Oh, this is great. And then we'll be praising the game just like I did and just like we did with Crash Team Racing. And then all of a sudden they just decide to just smuggle in, just a little bit of microtransactions, just a little bit. You know, they'll try to do that.
Take it. I'll take it from here. I'll take it from here. To quote a better version of Angry Joe, you done fucked it up, big time. What happened here, Activision? You took Bionox's goodwill and then you just completely pissed on it. Yes, going off of what you just said, yes, all this goodwill and all this good fortune coming their way about how great of a remaster this is, and even people who are completely unbiased coming out and saying, "Hey, this really is a great remaster." And then Activision, like the scumbags that they are, they give you hugs and everything, and then they slowly put the knife in your back. Basically, that's what's happened here. And then Bionox is over at the table being like, "What are you doing? What are you doing? We promised them we wouldn't do that." And then Activision's like, "I didn't promise a damn thing. I didn't promise nothing. You did. They're gonna be mad at you. We didn't promise anything. You did."
Right, right.
That's basically what's happened here. Bionox, I was praising Bionox to high heaven and back. And I even told you about it, like, hey, this made up for me personally. This made up for those amazing Spider-Man games. And then Activision pulls this. It's horrible. It's absolutely scummy. It's horrible. Yeah, I got rid of it as soon as that happened. I did. I have absolutely.
Oh man! So you're not the only one that I've seen basically say that they're either like I've seen people even comment on my video and other places saying, "Oh well, I'm done with this game" or "I'm taking a break from it," and I get why people are saying that. Like even like after I was done, recording the video, I was just thinking to myself because I remember the first few days I was playing the game, and I think I said this in another video, but I was like. all the other stuff, with the pit stop and everything, like all of that was like extra, window dressing. It was like, just extra stuff there for me because I was there for the single player. I was there for just the gameplay itself. But then when you get into the game, because here's the thing, even if you want to push that stuff to the side and just be like, I don't care about that stuff, well, you gotta care about it. They make you have to feel invested in it. Because here's the thing, as you pointed out to me the other day, you can't even collect coins, and this is kind of tied into it, but it's like you can't even collect coins unless you're online. And even then, it's like, okay, even if I say I don't care about skins, I don't care about customizing my ride and everything like that, I don't care about that. Well, the problem is that you have to unlock characters uh uh through the pit stop, right? So
The one that's not unlocked through story, you have to go through
right,
pit stop. Yes.
right. Yeah, I was about to clarify that. So the ones that aren't unlocked through story, like you said, you gotta pay through the Wamba coins, right? And so they actually locked progression, or in a way, they made the game. And I brought this up in the video. Y'all gotta understand, if there are people out there that don't understand why this whole microtransactions thing is a big deal in a lot of these games, especially like RPGs and even stuff like this. Um, it basically affects the progression of the game. They have to balance it to where the player gains only a certain amount of experience, or a certain amount of coins in the case of Crash Team Racing. So best believe, like I said in that video, best believe they had this plan from the get-go. There was a mandate. There was a mandate from Activision long long before, long once this game was like in early development. They knew what they were gonna do with it. And I'm pretty sure Activision told Beanox, hey, y'all gotta put some, like, what is y'all plan to there's a word for it, and I'm blinking on that word, but what is y'all plan for basically giving us daily, for lack of a better word, daily revenue for this game. Yeah, we can get there $40 at launch, but we gotta keep making money. So what are y'all gonna do? Like, are y'all gonna add loot boxes, microtransactions? What y'all gonna do? And Beanox probably told them, oh, well, we don't want to piss off our fans and stuff, so we don't really want anything like that in there. So then there might have been a compromise, and I'm just guessing, I'm just spitballing here, but either way, it looks bad. It looks bad. Like, it makes Beanox look bad, and obviously Activision. People are already so wary about an Activision game. Like, people were scared of what's the name of the From Software game that they published? Sekiro, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like people were scared when everyone heard that Sekiro was being published by Activision. People were scared. It was like, oh my god, they're gonna put microtransactions into this. And to our surprise, there were no microtransactions in that game. So, and isn't Beanox is owned by Activision, right? Because that might be I believe they're owned by them. So I think my theory of how. Oh, go ahead.
Hold on. Parent company Activision. Oh God.
Yeah. So like, my theory of Activision giving them a mandate, because that's how these things work. Usually the publisher has a lot of say so, a lot of pull when it comes to what they would want to see added into the game and stuff like that. So that could be the difference. Like, if Beanox was someone like From Software, then maybe maybe we wouldn't be seeing these microtransactions and stuff like that. But it really does, because like I said, the whole skins thing and the the customization, the stuff that you can buy from the shop and stuff. At first, I didn't really care too much about it, but then when you get online and then you see all these cool skins that everybody's unlocking, and you see just all the cool stuff that you can buy, you kind of feel like, okay, I kind of want this. This looks cool. Oh, they got what's the name? Dingle Dial in that painting suit or the hazmat suit, and that looks cool. And I want to buy that. Like, they make it enticing for you. But the way that they implemented the system, they made it so grindy with how they did the track tier system and stuff that I broke down. So it's very grimy. It's very scumbaggish of Activision to really do this, man.
I know. It's like I can't with Activision, EA, Bethesda, especially Bethesda. It's like I don't trust when Doom Eternal comes out. I don't trust that that's gonna get out unscathed. I don't trust when EA comes out with Respawn comes out with Jedi Fallen Order, and then EA's all like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna put something in here." I don't trust any of these AAA companies anymore. Even Rockstar at this point has made my list. Like, I'm done. Like, Bully 2 will eventually come out, or Grand Theft Auto 6 will come out, and then I'll just be like, wait for the online, these 5 different online editions with $1 million comes out on the PlayStation Store or the Xbox Store. Just wait. Because that's exactly what's going to happen here. It's like all these AAA companies they're scummy. It's just simple as that. It's like gaming is becoming a monopoly. It's like they'll release not even half of a game, but they'll trick you into buying the rest of it. Then they'll put something at $60, but you're gonna have to pay for that eventual $90, that other $40 worth of story that they locked behind the back door. And it sucks. The way we're going, it's getting worse and worse. I'm sorry for the little rant there, but that's where we're heading. And
with what you, not to cut you off, but what was like you're talking about, it seems like what you're talking about, or you're kind of getting into, the DLC practices, stuff like that, day one DLC and season passes. Like, I was thinking about this the other day. We've come a long way when it comes to all these grimy, scummy business practices that these developers and these publishers really come up with, like season passes. And what was that last generation? You had to have like an online pass for like Sony games or whatever. Like, they've done so much. And even when Activision and like companies like Activision and EA and stuff like that, even when they tried to gain some goodwill by doing something like, let's say, Call of Duty, the next Call of Duty, it doesn't have a season pass, the DLC is free. They'll make sure to tell people that, and then they'll get that nice headline on IGN or GameSpot. But then, like I mentioned earlier, just a few months later, or maybe even a month later or whatever, we got to go ahead and just sneak in those microtransactions or sneak in loot boxes or whatever. Kind of put that stuff in the game. But I mentioned before on this channel, I think we both talked about the fact that what they call games as a service. Like, these companies really, what they want is live service games, and that's what they actually turned. They turned Crash Team Racing into a live service game, and this was something, as I mentioned before in my video, this is something that I didn't want to believe that they were going to do something like this, but it makes sense because all these companies are doing it nowadays, and it doesn't surprise me because, like I said, Activision, but they made Crash Team Racing a game that was primarily outside of the local co-op, well, not local co-op, but local multiplayer. Outside of that, it was mostly single player focused. Like I said, outside of the multiplayer, which was local player back in the day, they turned it into this online games as a service, live service thing where they want you to keep playing over and over. They want you to make sure that you log in daily and get your dailies done and all that other all that other type of stuff. They want to make sure that you keep going back to this game. And the way that they made it, the way that they constructed this game is it's pure genius from a marketing standpoint, because all they did was they made it so that you can grind. You have to grind in order to get that stuff that you want. You have to log in every day and keep playing the game every day, almost like it's work. And that's something that a lot of people have problems with. And we shouldn't have to go through that. When back in the day, to just unlock this stuff, all you had to do was just play the game. You didn't have to collect all these coins and extra stuff for it. But see, now that they've added all these bells and whistles, it's like a trade-off. It's like a double-edged sword for us.
It sucks given where we are right now. And honestly, it's stuff like this is exactly why I praise CD Projekt Red so heavy, because you're not seeing this with them. What you're seeing is just straight up honest. This is what you're gonna get from us. We're not gonna BS you or anything like that. What you see with our games is what you're gonna get. And when Cyberpunk eventually does come out, it's gonna make all that money that they put into this right back and then some. And then CD Projekt Red is gonna show all these clowns how and what you're supposed to do. It's not that hard. I don't understand. I get it, but at the same time, I don't want to accept it. But it's where we are right now. And and Crash Team Racing and Nitro Fuel is just another one. It's just another casualty in this long string of scumbaggery that where we are in the current gaming industry. And it really makes me long for the days of the PS2, GameCube, and Wii era. Wait. Sorry, I messed it up. The PS2, the OG game, the OG Xbox is late. Sorry, and the GameCube. What you got what came out is exactly what you got. That's it. It was no DLC. Internet services was just starting to get started.
Right,
I think around Jack
exactly
X.
What I was about to bring up.
Jack X is around where they started to come out with it, and it's like you really had to have a good internet connection. There was a whole bunch of bells and whistles you had to go through to actually get it to work, but it was still tame. It was still like, oh, you don't have to pay this much for an extra character. It's like, no, you play the game, you unlock this character. That's just how it is. Yeah, it was. And then now it still blows my mind just to see where we are right now.
So I was watching Easy Allies podcast the other day, and somebody brought up they suggested that maybe and obviously we don't want to give them any ideas, but if the idea is, okay, y'all want to get extra money from people, after they pay you the initial $40, like, why do y'all keep nickel and diming people? Like, well, now you can buy a pack of Wamba coins. You can buy those Wamba coin bundles starting in early August. But why don't you just make it so that, okay, if I give you $10, I just unlock everything? You might as well just do it. These companies might as well just do that at this point. Don't make it so that people, because we both seen the stories of children taking their parents' wallets and stuff and overcharging their credit cards, and just people with gambling addictions, and those people basically spending way too much money on games and in-game purchases rather. But it's like, you don't really need to make it exploitative if you're going to do something like this. And obviously, the main argument a lot of people will give, and the main thing that a lot of people will say is, why is there microtransactions in, you know, $40, $60, $50, whatever games, and that that it shouldn't be in there. And yeah, maybe this should have been free to play, or at least, I mean, at least we got a discount on the $40. But I don't even want to say something like that, because that's kind of harmful to that's kind of dangerous, really, to kind of say, because once you give them an inch, they'll, you know, take a mile. I guess that's how you would. I guess that's how the expression goes. But you know, some people are actually defending this by saying that, oh well, at least you paid $40 for it. You only paid 40.
Oh my god! Oh my god! It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You still have to give them more money. You still have to give them more money. And it's still going to be a grind. If you even want to do this legit, that's the worst part of this. It's like, we both know how BS the coin system is. And right. It's just like, it's still broken. Things are still broken in this game. Last I checked. Yep. Yeah, I sold it, but I even took a test to see if they fixed anything. They still didn't fix anything. The offline still needs online to count for coins. The offline still needs online for a couch co-op last time I checked. And the coins are still a bunch of BS.
Yeah, like they need to, like if they were going to do something like this, I mean, obviously they, like I said, they knew what they were doing. They made it purposely grindy for you. Like, you got to get, like, if you want that skin, oh, you better prepare to keep grinding on those same levels. Because the way that they did it with the track tier system is now, okay, once people go online and let's say it says, what's it called, ELECTRON Avenue and a tiny arena, like people will now, what they would do is, okay, when you're sitting up there and you have to vote for the track that you want to race on, well, people are gonna naturally gravitate towards certain tracks because they want to make that money. They want to make that they want to get those Wamba coins, and so it kind of hurts the experience of the game. And as I mentioned in my video also, it hurts that sense of achievement and accomplishment too.
I hate this so much, dude. It's like you guys had the most obvious fixes you could do for this game, and you don't take it. What you do is just add microtransactions. You don't really improve on anything, on any aspect that we've noticed over the past, what? How long has this thing's been out? Like a month and a half?
I think it's been 2 months, I think. Because I don't think it came out in July. I think it came out in June.
Oh, yeah, it did come. Wait a minute. You know, look.
I believe it came out in June.
June, you're right.
Yep.
At the tail end of June too. That's okay. I'm sticking to my month and a half then.
It was like right after E3 or whatever.
At 21st, but it just pisses me off. It just y'all had
finally found a game that we could just, like, both of us just get on, just play a few rounds and then, you know, play a few and then just get off and just kind of keep going back to. We finally found something that just like pure fun, and then they just had to ruin it with this. Like, so you got rid of your copy. I'm probably gonna keep my copy until PS5 comes out, most likely, because I mean, how much did GameStop even give you for that, if you don't mind me asking?
You know, it's half the money back.
You said $20. Oh wow! I'm actually kind of surprised. I'm surprised they didn't give you $5 for it.
No, I still got my elite status. I still got my elite status, so I keep that. That explains
it. That explains it.
Oh god!
Like,
but
I still got more to really play of that game, so that's another reason I'm keeping it. Cause I haven't even touched the story mode. I haven't played a lot of the maps. Well, I always keep saying maps with this. I haven't played a lot of the tracks. I haven't really played a lot of the tracks over and over. Like, I've been kind of burnt out on it, like I said before, because I played it so much. And so hearing something like this is definitely discouraging. And well, there ain't really much we can do about it.
Sucks, because you're right. I don't remember less like us consistently getting on a game like this and like for years, to be honest with you. It's like the last time we actually did that was, I want to say, the Code Vein demo, but we messed around a lot in that, but not to this extent where it's like, okay, you want to get on and play some tracks. I'm like, yeah, let's sure, I got time, let's do that. It sucks. That's really all we can both say. It sucks, and with this current trend of how companies are handling this kind of thing, it's just getting worse. And honestly, like Cyberpunk can't get here any sooner, man. That's all I'm gonna say. It's like it'll be done when it's done, and when it is, oh my god, it'll be so good to just appreciate a game that has no other ties with it. It's like, this is the game you're gonna get. This is the game we're releasing. This is the game you're gonna pay for. You want the extra stuff? There's a collector's edition. There's everything else, but the game is still gonna be a complete game. The worst that they've done? I mean, the worst that they've done is basically give Witcher 3 like what, 2 or 3 expansions, and those are like 3 those are like 3 whole other maps or something. Like I haven't played them because the map is just too daggone big and it's just too much to do. But that was like a whole separate other game that they released. It isn't like some piss poor like 2-hour DLC. I at least got to give them credit for that too. But whatever, just I'm hoping to God that Obsidian doesn't come out with any other ties to Outer Worlds or whatever, even Astral Chain or even Control, even the rest of the stuff that we want. I hope doesn't have other ties to it. I know Pokemon Sword and Shield won't, given how given how that is. But that's a whole nother story for another day. But yeah, I'm done rambling. You can.
It's time to go. We about to close this out. But I get what you're saying. Yeah, all right. So I think we've said all we can say about this topic. So let us know what you guys think in the comment section below. Like the video, subscribe. I'll leave the link to his channel in the comment section and the description and everything like that. Thanks for watching. We out of here. Peace.